where the certain women would go to have their children. They turned it into a county hospital right there, Cook County Hospital on the west side of Chicago. And they would use the calendar, the stars positioning to determine when the kings would be born in certain cities. It's Chicago, it's Detroit, it's New York, Miami, New Orleans, Atlanta, Los Angeles. It's a few more of them, but these were all metropolises where they had doula centers for the chieftains of the land to be born with special care when they was born. Like, they didn't allow them to be born with spotlights in their face, right? They would be born in what they call ambient lit room with candlelight. Why would they do that? Because the old souls, the bright lights jars the memory, and it makes it where they won't be able to draw back their memory until they up in age. They won't remember who they is until years later from that flash of bright light when they come out. Right? It does the same thing to them at birth that flasher does in Men in Black. Erases their memory of their past lives. So this is why your children have to be born under spotlights. Right? They're supposed to be born, if possible, you give birth with the woman in the seated position, squatted in the water. That's the best way, and most doulas do it that way. It's easier on the body of the woman, and it's easier on the psyche of the child. Another thing is, you don't cut the umbilical cord immediately. You first have to let the mother-baby bonding process take place. While the baby suckle, the mother look him in his eyes. They don't allow that to happen in the hospital. They snatch the baby, slap him on the ass, and rush him off to the nursery. Right? That way they can never properly pair bond in order to get that connection they need.
Hit them with the fructose water, right? To get them bound and binded to that sugar addiction from the gate.
Yep. So these cities were metropolises for anytime the chiefs come back, they're coming back to one of them cities. Right now, it's more chiefs from the land born in New York than anywhere else, because that's where the dirt went down. That's when they came in and started laying their conjures down from New York. They got their gated community of Negroes, conquistadors in upstate New York, where they got us thinking that ain't no motherfuckers that look like us ever been rich over here. And them motherfuckers been rich the whole time. I know the works and the tribulation of those who say they are rich. I mean, are poor, but they rich. Those who say they are Jews, but are the synagogue of Satan. This is what they talking about. They run around and come around us like they broke, asking us for cigarettes and can I get a drink, and exploiting our good nature just because they can. Then they go back up to the gated communities and act like we don't exist.
Hey Rob, before we get out here, I want my people to show you some support for your time, energy, and the knowledge that you gave today. What's your cash app, brother? I want to put it in,
it's a $, capital S, lowercase I, lowercase K, capital A, lowercase P, lowercase E.